Hello guys, today I'm going to be showcasing a little Minecraft thing I made. It's aperture science in Minecraft and it's like a generated structure. So if you hit this pressure plate right here, it will immediately lag your game to the point of crashing. Yeah, don't do this on a low-end device, please. I'm just gonna turn my chunks down. Okay, anyways, if we leave this room, we'll see that it's generated an entire facility that's completely RNG and will be different every time for every player. It features tons of test chambers that are open like this one, or closed like that one over there. There's factories and just basically everything from the game. I might add old aperture later, but for now, this place is pretty massive anyways. Has panel arms and gray stuff and iron bars like that. And there's also netherite to be like framework. I built this to the best of my abilities, you know. And those iron things with buttons on them are panel arms. I don't know if you could tell. Probably not. The structure of this facility is it's a giant cave with like the yellow framework on the ceiling, and all the test chambers are on rails, and in the center there is the GLaDOS room, which is the central core AI. The floor is also just a sea of panel arms, like a sea of them. There's so many. You can also find some pretty cool generation things like this. The factories are actually hollow, so that's pretty cool. You can also randomly find, like, hollowed out things where it's just the struts and no test chambers or factories, and those are pretty cool to look at. It's just, like, empty beams. And yeah, this place is pretty cool, and how it works is also pretty cool. Basically, down here is the duplication structures. Each of these little circuits is making sure that there is one in every single direction. And if one of the pieces of the circuit is missing, it'll fill it in. It also makes these little, like, pillar structures. And the little bridges in between it is to mark where each box and chunk of it is. And you can see the structure's name is Aperture Floor 1. Please, don't just load in one of those, though. That would be chaotic and very hard to control. And next, I'm going to be going over, like... Oh, really? Did I have to come into here? Okay, so... Next, I'm going to be going over this up here is the randomizers for the rooms. Because... if you fire multiple structure blocks at once, it will actually randomize whichever one is the one on top, because they'll go in random orders. So basically, it just fires 3 structure blocks at the same time for each top and bottom segment of the facility, and that randomizes the output. And it's semi-dependent on which direction you're loading the chunk from, and the last one loaded will be it. But then if you load 2 at once, it's going to be random like that, so yeah. That's why you will see, like, factories all in a row, and wait for this to load in. Yeah. And above you have a nice little flat world, unless you generate this in a regular world. But for me, I just generate it onto the surface of a regular flat world. Super flat. If you do use a regular world, then it's going to be pretty cool, because you, like, dig down and you're like, oh, underground is aperture now. But in flat worlds, it just gives you another flat world on top, so you can still build and have your aperture down here. This place, the generation's pretty cool overall. It has stuff like this, factories and connecting test chambers. Unfortunately, sometimes the rooms will randomly disappear and reappear something new. Let me try to find it. Oh, there. Is that one? Yeah. What's going on there is the bottom of it keeps... It's a loop, and one of them didn't generate right. This happens on low-end devices that can't render all the redstone at the same time, so yeah. And oh god, that was horrible. Yeah, F3 is horrible on my computer apparently. Yeah, and up here you can see where all the redstone is going, but this isn't actually where it's caused. And you'll see if you place if you try to place redstone blocks up there, it won't actually fix it. I'm not gonna do that though, because it won't fix. You have to place them on the bottom all around, wrapping around the circuit really fast, so all of them are secure. Because yeah, if this place gets unstable, it's pretty hard to stabilize. Other than that, it's pretty cool. It's my first try at randomized generation, so it's decent for a first try. And it generates in a pretty cool structure fashion, like with all the open test chambers. I don't know if you could tell, but the open ones are supposed to be like a laser chamber, and the red thing's the laser, and the blue is the catcher. And the closed one is just a Cuban button test, and the bottom closed is empty. And yeah, it's a pretty cool build overall, and I'm really proud of this one. Like, I really am. Pretty soon I'm gonna be providing a download link for it because yeah. Well, why is that so high? Why? That's pain. Anyways, pretty soon I'm gonna be ending the video, like, just gonna load in a few more chunks to show how it generates. Or not, I guess. Yeah. I'm gonna go to 0, 0. Oh. Yeah, well, I'm gonna end it here.